Smart Alec Show podcast.
Smart Alec Show, baby!
But now to get back into it, bro. So when you said like you really dived into orgs that helped you get to where you are now, like, so which orgs were there? I know you talked about, the National Association of Black Accountants, NABA, was, student government. Me and you met through MLT, so Management Leadership for Tomorrow. So like, how did these orgs and being involved really help you get to where you are? Because I feel like a lot of people sometimes they make the mistake of like, oh, I should just focus on school and my GPA as opposed to getting involved, or like this and that. You know what I mean? So how crucial was that for you, bro?
Yeah, I honestly I'd say the organizations are probably like the most important part of this whole journey. Due to the fact that, and I think a lot of students might be able to take away from this, depending on what school you go to, you might not always have, that company you're looking for recruiting at your campus. However, they're 100% partnered with these different organizations. So like we mentioned, whether it be like the Modern Guilds, the American Needs You, Inroads, etc. And it's so big because these different partnerships, through them, you get to meet mentors who are literally where you want to be. So like we said, we met through MLT. I was in Coach Miguel's cohort, and he was actually such a big help, especially for someone like in finance, like because my guy, exactly.
Yeah.
And you have all these different companies, whether it be like Google, etc., coming to these organizations to meet you, and that makes it so much easier, especially as a student who might come from a Baruch College, who might not be as known like nationwide as like, oh, that kid from like Columbia or Harvard. It's so cool to be like a part of those organizations, because it kind of gives you an opportunity to really like just meet whoever you want to meet. And they also kind of, the organizations really prepare you as well, I feel like, especially when you get to join them kind of early on, freshman year, sophomore year. You go through so many different events where they literally teach you things you're going to be learning in your career. So it gives you like a step up ahead of the game. So I think, honestly, for me, 100% the most important part of all of this.
Yeah, bro. NABA and MLT need to put you in a little promo, bro. They
Throw me in there.
you right there. Dude, no, I'm in complete accordance with you, bro. Like, for me, the orgs I was in my undergrad career is like, those were crucial for me, dude. Like, honestly, I don't know if more than the classes, because I learned a lot in the classes, but in terms of like learning how to get these opportunities and getting my foot in the door to be able to meet these companies, these orgs were everything, bro. Like, and especially since I joined it from when I first transferred into UT, it's like they really do like progress you and polish you to really like get those interviews, know how to answer them and prepare for those roles, what you're going to be doing in the roles. So I agree, man. Like, for me, it was Alpha, Association of Latino Professionals for America, and then MLT, bro. Like, MLT was huge for me because, like, for multiple reasons, bro, honestly. Like, obviously, meeting the companies, like, that's where I met, the dude who ended up, introducing me to a recruiter at ESPN.
Yeah.
But even more so, like, just meeting people like you and all the other dudes around the country, all the other dudes and girls around the country that, like, are balling out. And it motivated me. So I'm like, damn, like, these people are really about it. Like, everyone in there was about it, bro. Like, big-time internships, big companies, starting their own businesses, just doing big things and coming from, like, all different backgrounds, like, tough circumstances and persevering, bro. It was inspirational to me. And I was like, damn, you know what? If I could, like, keep in touch with these people, like, that's like, that rule, I don't know if you heard it, where they say it's like the people you hang around with the most and you talk to, it's kind of like going to become who you are. So I'm like, if I could, keep in touch with these people that are doing big things, it'll motivate me to do the same, bro. So I appreciate, people like yourself that, like, we stayed in touch and, like, we're both motivating each other to do big things, bro. So that's what it's all about, man.
Yeah, definitely. And same here, my guy, like, same exact feeling, because I think definitely meeting everybody else, the members of our cohort in MLT, was so big to me, because when it was the first time for me personally, so Baruch is really like super business oriented. Mm-hmm. So if you go there, 90% of the kids are a finance major and accounting major. So it was the first time I was really like interacting with students who are like, oh, like I'm studying like this type of engineering. And I'm just like, wow, like that's crazy. That's honestly so crazy. And just like you said, like I'm honestly just so motivated every time like we connect, when I see what they're doing, because everyone is doing something. Like no one is sleeping. Everyone is just grinding all the time, and it's so good to see.
It is, man. It's really good to see, and it's like, damn, bro, like these people really don't stop. And the other thing I thought was cool about it, bro, is like, so down at my university, it's actually a pretty big university, UT. It's got like 30,000 undergrad students, but it's like a lot of people from like the West Coast, some from the East Coast, a lot of people actually from New York, and mostly a lot of people from Texas, you know, like the bigger cities and outer lying cities. But it's like, I don't know, everyone was kind of like had assimilated to the culture of Austin. And when I went like joined MLT and we'd all meet up in another city, it was like I really got to experience like so many different like little like ways of talking, slang, cultures, like from, you know, New York, like how I'll be talking, and then like in California how they talk. So it was just dope to like kind of open my mind, bro, and see like what other people are doing and how other people operate. And I feel like on the Northeast, bro, y'all always are moving, bro. Just like how you said New York City doesn't ever sleep. Like I feel like in Texas is like a different type of grind where it's like they go hard, but sometimes you feel like they're moving, like they're just chilling, they're moving slow. But in the Northeast, it's like you just keep going and you don't turn it off, bro. So it's mad respect to y'all on the grind, man. What is that like, bro? Like, so like the difference between like when you were growing up in Haiti to being in New York City, man. Like what's that culture really like for like people who have never been or never lived there?
Bro, that New York culture is real. I really don't know. Like, I don't know if there's a word that really describes it. Like you said, though, like the hustle is honestly, like everyone's always moving, everyone's always grinding.
Don't be such a smart Alec.